I have to admit I speak way too little about THORChain RUNE, because Rune and its entire ecosystem has been showing a lot of bullish signs in the recent past. It's always been one of my top favorite coins. Not financial advice, but I love Rune. Recently, we have been seeing a 74% rally ahead of its long-awaited mainnet launch, and also the recent integration with Terra, which reminds me I need to make another video about THORChain RUNE, giving you the entire insight and perspective. However, in this video, we're just gonna go through some highlights and keep you reminded, don't forget about the Rune. Although 2021 was a roller coaster ride for many coins, and especially for THORChain RUNE, data and facts suggest that investors could be taking a much closer look at Rune, and a few potentially bullish factors could include the protocol's recent integration with the Terra and Cosmos ecosystem. So an upcoming mainnet launch and the attractive yields being offered to liquidity providers are all making noise. I know that the market is currently in a bit of a bear trend, and we're also seeing geopolitical tensions across the globe. But please allow me to tell you one thing. Now is the time to educate yourself. Now is the time to identify the market leaders of tomorrow and pick them up at 50 to 80% discount from their past all-time highs. And trust me when I say this with great conviction and very hard work, that I try to provide you top quality projects. So please hit the like, subscribe to the channel, and join my live streams so that you can become among the 1%. My name is Nico Arachi, and I'm the host of Crypto Never Sleeps. So in today's video, we're going to give you a handful of fundamental reasons to remain optimistic on THORChain RUNE in 2022 and beyond. Furthermore, we're also just going to bring in some future price predictions in order to clarify what the sentiment is all about. But first of all, we're going to have to go in and look at the price. The live Rune price today is around $5.60, and the current CoinGecko market cap ranking is number 63, with a live market cap of more than 1.9 billion and trading 73% below its all-time high, which was recorded on May 19th, 2021. Now, this 2-week Rune price has climbed more than 60% from a low of $3.07 on February the 24th to a daily high of $6.01 on March the 4th. And now let's get into the recent news and the highlights. Now, one development that has without a doubt excited the Rune community is the integration of Terra into the THORChain protocol, right? This goes without saying. This integration also enables the platform to support all Cosmos-based projects. So the Terra integration brings Luna token along with the Terra UST, which I'm staking at 19.5% for Kitty, to the THORChain ecosystem and gives users more trading and staking options. I would say the THORChain RUNE is bringing the best staking opportunity into their ecosystem. So THORChain now supports 6 wallet types and 8 blockchains on its THORSwap cross-chain decentralized exchange. And THORChain is also in the process of adding support for Heaven and Nero. As part of the rollout for Terra and Cosmos SDK, THORChain will be updated via a hard fork, which will be fully tested in the testnet and followed by further testing in StageNet after the Terra launch and on ChaosNet before the mainnet launch. Now, a second reason for the increased attention to Rune could be the upcoming mainnet launch on THORChain. Now, this event has obviously been highly anticipated since 1965, since 2021, when the launch was originally planned but delayed to various factors. Now, the specific date for the mainnet launch has yet to be disclosed. But let's put it like this. Perhaps this is really like the last opportunity to get in at a discount like this, because there certainly hasn't been lack of interest from investors and community members who have remained loyal throughout the struggles and the hacks over the past year. Now, the requirements for the mainnet launch are meeting all testnet goals, which includes the rehearsal of adding and removing change, removing Bitcoin and Litecoin from the testnet, several other tests running with forking the chain. A lot of things I don't know so much about, but the final and third factor helping to attract investors, users, and liquidity to the THORChain is the high yields offered to liquidity providers on the protocol. And some of the highest yields offered include 55% for Binance and 30% for DAI stablecoin. LTC with Litecoin deposits earn 26%. The Doge is set at 24%. The fourth factor, this is really the final, is the growth of the price of THORChain, which is also now activating synthetic assets. So crypto synthetics, or cents, which I can't say, are derivative tokens of other digital assets that are pegged to the value of the underlying collateralized assets, such as Bitcoin or Ether, whatever it could be. It could also be real world assets, remember. I don't know if that's in the right now. That's actually what THORChain are offering, but I'm sure it's gonna come, no doubt. So in THORChain's variation, the project has opted to back its synth with 50% of the underlying asset and 50% in Rune, right? So the underlying asset that is going to act as the collateral going to be 50-50 and not all in the native token, which is good for you and I, because that means there will always be a demand for the Rune token. This is actually very good news. So the activation went live earlier last week, and synthetics such as synthetic BTC, which is called SBTC, and synthetic ETH, which is SETH, are now able to be traded on the network. Furthermore, THORSwap Finance highlighted also the advantages of the synthetic assets via a blog post last week, noting that the synths, they have great utility for traders and arbitrary traders, as they can be transacted nearly instantly and at a fraction of the cost compared to native L1 swaps. I remember this was also one of the things that THORChain RUNE promised, and that was that we all know we need the need for speed and we need lower costs. It seems that it's going to be one of the most amazing ecosystems out there. I know I haven't talked a lot about THORChain RUNE in the past 3-4 months, but if you know me for a little bit longer, you know I love the Rune. Anyway, now it is time to finally have a look at some future price predictions and see what the sentiment is like. And the first future price prediction comes from digitalcoin.com, and they believe we're going to see a high in 2022 of $7.08 and 11.11 in 2025. The second one comes from Wallet Investor, and they predict the price will hit $15.10 in 2022 and $33 in 2025. The last and final prediction comes from Gulf Capital, and in contrast to all the others, they're basing their future price prediction on a fundamental approach, which I agree with. And they're seeing a high in 2022 of $16.09 and $108 in 2025. Now, before we end this little video of mine, I want to give you my 2 cents on the dollar. Let me put it like this. THORChain RUNE has always been a favorite project of mine. Not financial advice, you know all that. But I really believe that this is a true potential market leader of its own, competitor to everything and anything. Furthermore, they have been around, they have a good team, they have had a hack. We saw how they dealt with it. And the way that they did it, it was professional. And as they say, what doesn't kill you, make you stronger. And I'm sure that Thor, very strong. In case this video gave you any kind of value, then please hit like, smash, subscribe. And also for your own sake, come join the live streams where you can learn to become among the 1%. Kitty will be there, I'm there. That's all that matters.